Hello and welcome. This is my third response tonight on August 21st, and probably my last one. Although I have two more written down on my list that I wanted to get to, but I'll get to them tomorrow. Because it's 11:02 p.m. here in San Diego, and I want to hopefully get it posted on the 21st. Alright, so if you're watching this, because I came up in your queue as a subscriber, I posted two more videos tonight, so go hit on my page and you'll see those other videos, responses to other people and other things. But this one is a video response because the guy who I'm responding to, and I don't know his first name, asked nicely for me to do a video response, and it would be way too much for me to type in a comment the things I'm going to say. So he's got a great username, JetPackNinjaDinosaur. JetPackNinjaDinosaur. Gotta love it. So he's a young guy. I'm assuming either in college, deciding on his major, or about to enter college. And he asked me some questions about being a jet. So I'm hopefully going to answer those now. And others of you that are interested in becoming a jet will hopefully find it helpful as well. Okay, his main concern is, what major should he pick? And I should reiterate right at the top of this, and I think he knows the answer to this, but so many of you guys on my Argonauts channel, I still get so many PMs about this. Do I have to major in English? Do I have to major in Japanese to become a jet? No. Can I say that again? No. Let me write it down. You can major in anything you want, okay, and still get into the JET program. You don't need TESOL or whatever that is. You don't need to be an English major, Japanese major, anything you want. Oh, I wish I could stop getting that question. Okay, but moving on. But he's more concerned with, life after JET, which is good that he's thinking that far ahead. And so he's wondering, if I major in Japanese, what good does that do me in the real world? Maybe after I've finished being a jet. And this is a good concern to have. So my recommendation is major in whatever you're interested in. Major in whatever you think you might be able to apply to a career you hope to have. Who knows? In 4 years, there might not be a JET program when you get out of school. I hope there still is, but you never know. You might not get in. So yeah, major in what you think is going to help you get a job in the future. I majored in American history, thinking that I would either, go on to get my master's or, become a high school history teacher, and that's probably what I'm going to do if I stay in the United States. I minored in Japanese studies, and you asked about minoring in Japanese or, Japanese studies if your college has that type of thing, and I think that's a good idea. It's good on your JET application to show some interest in Japan. There are many ways you can do this. Of course, taking Japanese in college, taking some classes about Japanese history, Japanese culture. I took a Japanese lit class and read books by Japanese authors. All this kind of thing helps. So yeah, major in whatever you feel like, you want to do in your life. Business, journalism, psychology. I've had so many JET friends, so many different majors, so I really can't give you advice on that specifically, but don't base your major on JET. Unless you really do think you want to teach English for the rest of your life, and, then by all means, major in English or, major in education. Getting a job after JET in Japan and staying in Japan, is this an achievable goal? Absolutely. But you'll notice if you're active watching other J vloggers, you'll notice Hikosaemon obviously has a job in Japan that is not teaching. James, ElevenColors, has a job, I believe, in IT of some sort in Japan and is not teaching. Who else? No, Busan PJ. I had one other prominent vlogger. Well, TokyoCooney, of course, is an obvious one. There are people who have... Oh, Travel for Wit. I'll put up links to these guys' pages if you haven't checked them out. He was a jet and got a job in Japan after his... I think he only did a year. Anyway, but the one common thread all of these vloggers I've mentioned have is they're all very bilingual. They're all very good at speaking Japanese. So if you want to stay in Japan and do something other than teach English, you will need to really step up and study and learn Japanese. I'm sure all of them could pass JLPT1 as just a benchmark, as a for instance. But I would assume at least level 2 would be needed to work in most Japanese companies. There are plenty of websites out there you can look at to see what kind of jobs are offered. Gaijinpot, jobsinjapan.com. Another one that's a big one for jobs other than teaching is, I think it's called Daijob, D-A-I-J-O-B, and I'll put the link in the side. So, click on that. That's a lot of business, IT jobs, those types of jobs are needed in Japan. If you want to go into translating or something like that, of course your Japanese is going to have to be very good. And by the way, JET offers a very good program about interpreting and translation that you can take free while you're a JET if your Japanese is that good. And it's a very difficult course from what I've been told from people that have done it. And it's kind of through the mail you do this correspondence course. Okay, really quick answers to some of your other questions. Is the work ethic in Japan strict? Yes. You are a teacher when you're a JET. You are a sensei for, even though not everybody's going to call you sensei. And senseis are held in fairly high esteem by most people. And Japanese people will always be early. They will for sure almost always be on time. So you should be too. And just develop, so many JETs go over, unfortunately, and it's, their 5th year of college, as we sometimes say, and they treat it like a working vacation, etc., and that's a subject for a whole nother vlog. But unfortunately, they don't take the job very seriously, and they'll complain and say, well, I'm not given much to do, etc., etc., and like I said, we can discuss that some other time. But their level of professionalism is low, and I think that reflects badly on, the gaijin that go over to do the job, and why some ALTs, are not thought of as, as teachers. Just looking at you, and I'm being completely superficial here, and I apologize, but, no, your hair is too long. Other people will say that, you should have your own style, you're going over to represent your country, you should be yourself, etc., etc. But no Japanese man that's a teacher would probably have his hair as long as yours. And of course, I think you have a lip piercing that would have to come out. So hopefully you can take that out. At least for those 8 hours you're at school every day. I would think, that there's no way that would fly. And lastly, you asked about interview tips. Well, I'm just going to point you at my other channel. I'm assuming you know about it by now. It's called My Argonauts. And on that channel, I have playlists all about becoming a JET. So click on playlists at the top, and one of them is the interview application process for becoming a JET, and I did 3 10-minute vlogs, so 30 minutes total just on the interview, and I also interviewed other JETs. So click on that playlist. There's about 15 videos in it. It's all about the application process, and I give a lot of tips about the interview in those videos. So, best of luck. I hope you do well. I hope you, continue to think about coming to Japan. It's a great experience, and, and you do well on your JET application. Okay? Thanks for watching. Peace.